From sweat stains to reaching a protein goal to having to consider the gym before you pick a hairstyle, there's a lot of things that I feel like as gym girls, we just don't talk about enough. Or if we do, I'm not on this corner of the internet. Especially in this era of aesthetic curated content, we're just gonna yap about some things that, just would have been nice to know before starting my fitness journey. This is not gonna be your typical things like how it has to be discipline over motivation or whatever. They're gonna be very relatable, very realistic things that I've included on this list. I did yap with my friends beforehand, so I have them to vouch for me. If not, you can come for all of us. Without wasting too much time, the first thing I wish I knew was how expensive it's going to be for you to reach your protein goal. Food is expensive. Eating whole foods is, I'm gonna say, expensive. In order for you to reach your protein, I forget exactly what the calculation is, but it has something to do with your body weight. So you take your body weight in pounds and you should be eating that in grams, and that's gonna be like your protein goal for the day. I don't know if I want to tell you how much I weigh, but anyway, I would have to be eating over 100 grams of protein. And I just found this screenshot of what 20 grams of protein looks like in each type of protein. So the picture is actually really useful. It has eggs, it has steak, it has all the salmon, all the things you can think of, okay? Even if I had 40 grams of protein in each meal, so like 3 meals a day, I would still need another 40 grams of protein to then reach my protein goal. I can't even eat that much. The next thing is just fitness as a whole has become, or seems to have become, so much more expensive. Every other day there's this new gadget or new supplement or new activewear set or the next thing that you need, and I'm tired. I don't want to see a haul. It might be a little bit hypocritical because I might show you a haul someday, but everything has just become so expensive. And then kind of trickling back to the food situation, you just get so hungry. So now you need to buy more food because you are hungrier. I bought 30 eggs. It's been 4 days or something. I've been eating 3 eggs for breakfast, and tell me why the one day I decide to eat 2 eggs, I look at the eggs, I'm like, I don't know if that's enough. But anyway, yeah, no, you eat a lot, the food is expensive, and there's just too many things to buy. And honestly, this is a little bit of a rant. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Please tell me I'm not alone in the comments. Have you also found it more expensive now that you've started a fitness journey and you're probably trying to eat healthier and everything like that? The fourth thing, and now we are switching categories, this is gonna be more like body related stuff. You will have pit stains, you will have coochie stains, you might even have butt stains. And I just mean just sweat everywhere. Sweat. If you are going to the gym, walking for a long time, going on the Stairmaster, doing all this stuff, you're gonna be sweating from every single crevice of your body. Obviously, I know that if you are working out, you are going to sweat, right? We all know we're inside the gym and we're all sweating, and that's the reason why I might have a little coochie sweat. But it just feels so unacceptable to then have that stain still with you while you are either walking around the gym, or if you're gonna continue and go to something after the gym. I feel that, especially as a woman, I don't know, I just feel like I'm being judged if I have any kind of sweat stains anywhere. On days where I know that I'm going to be sweating a lot, I'm probably going to wear darker colors. I might also have my zip up with me so that I can just take that off and cover my butt if there's any situation going on there. The next thing, which kind of falls into sweating as well, is smelling good. I feel like you become so self-conscious of how you smell because you're sweating. Naturally, the sweat will smell. There are also things that you can do to tackle kind of the smell of your sweat or whatever, but at the end of the day, you're sweating. The only things that I have found that helped me kind of reduce the smell of my sweat is using Panoxyl in the shower, like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and also using glycolic acid. Those two together, best thing you can ever do, okay? And then my personal favorite is having a camel toe. I don't know what it is about maybe me, maybe the leggings, maybe the way they are made, but I can tell you that at least, I'm gonna say around 70% of the leggings that I have end up giving me camel toe, which is why I think that maybe I'm the issue, because I've seen these leggings on other people and there's no camel toe. So maybe it's me. You tell me. The only thing that I find helps me, and the reason why I still wear most of my leggings, is because I do this little trick that I saw on TikTok or something like that, where you take a piece of like a pad or even a panty liner and you put that on your underwear, and that helps with like camel toe. But at the end of the day, the V is always just visible, and I don't know what to do about it. And honestly, I've kind of given up. Like, it is what it is. I know you know what I have down there, so now we just stare at each other. One that really frustrates me is the fact that I have to think about the gym when I'm picking a hairstyle. Right now, I want to take out my braids and I really want to do a sew-in. I love the sew-in. I had a sew-in for 2 months. last year, like towards the end of the year, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, it was a kinky straight sew-in. I felt like, you know, I looked like myself. Okay, but the issue with the sew-in is that there's a part of your actual hair that is out, and so I would need to have it straight. When you factor in going to the gym and sweating, that means you're gonna sweat out your leave out. And if I'm going to the gym every day, sweating every day, I'm not trying to straighten my hair every day. By the end of the year, I'll have no hair left. Please tell me what your go-to hairstyles are. I'm kind of out of ideas, and I think I've outgrown braids. So you're gonna have to start scheduling your showers, especially if you have a job or if you are a student. Depending on the time that you go to the gym, you're probably gonna have to shower after you go to the gym, and then you're gonna go do everything that you need to do in your day, and then you're probably gonna have to shower again once you get home. Or you can just shower at the end of the day, or you can shower in the morning once after you go to the gym. But anyway, you will be showering a lot. Another thing that's kind of been annoying me lately, because I've been going to the gym like five times a week now, which is I think more than I've ever went, is keeping your socks clean, especially your white socks. Keeping them white is the hard part. A lot of the times when I'm in the gym, I do end up taking my shoes off just because it's easier to be like flat with some of the exercises I do, especially on a leg day. One thing that I found that helps me is the OxyClean. They have one that is specifically for white stuff, so that's what I use when I wash my bed sheets, when I wash my white clothes, when I wash my socks as well. Since we're talking about socks, let's just swiftly move on to undergarments. And underwear lines are really a thing, and I don't like underwear lines showing underneath my leggings, so I do only wear seamless thongs to the gym. The ones that I use right now I feel like are not the best because they're not cotton, but they are the only ones that I found that are truly seamless and don't show up underneath my clothes. And we do not go commando here, so I need to find a different option that is cotton. Once again, if you have any suggestions. Is this me just ranting and wanting all your opinions and all your advice? And since we're on the topic of clothes, you will be doing a lot of laundry. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of doing laundry. I don't like it. I try to do it once a week, maybe every 2 weeks. I've collected enough activewear to where I can go 2 weeks working out without having to wash my clothes, so that helps me, but that's not everybody's reality. So you will probably have to be doing laundry every week if you are working out that often. So yeah, just think about that. Think about your laundry detergent and your electricity bill, that too. Also, we do not put our leggings and jackets like this in the dryer. They will shrink. And naturally, the next thing on my list is that what you wear is actually going to affect your workout. So make sure that in the morning or in the evening when you are picking out what to wear, pick something that you are comfortable in. If you don't like the little matching sets, don't buy a matching set. Don't shop for a version of yourself that doesn't exist. I know that online there is this big push to matching sets and this kind of activewear and that kind of activewear, but if that's not what you want, don't get it. Because if you buy that thinking that it's gonna make you feel way better about yourself, or that it's gonna even, I know there's this argument or this conversation which I think I've definitely also contributed to, but that's because it's actually helped me. But it's the whole thing about how buying that set is going to motivate you to work out. To some extent it will, but at the end of the day, the novelty of the set will wear out. Then in a week later, 2 weeks later, you don't really care anymore. It's not new anymore. So now you just have to rely on your own motivation and discipline. When it comes to the clothes that you wear, that is something that you can control. And so make sure that what you're picking to wear is something that's going to allow you to be productive, to be effective when you are working out, rather than picking a set that you kind of feel uncomfortable in. And then you're at the gym and you're like, oh, I don't like how this looks. Or I don't like for example, you could be doing a hyperextension. And I find that if I'm in a sports bra, I really love those titty bras from Gymshark. But if I'm wearing one of those and I'm doing hyperextensions, now my boob might fall out. I don't want to worry about that while I'm working out. I want to work out. So pick clothes that are going to be conducive to the workout that you are having that day. And then there's the whole debate or argument about gym clothes being inappropriate. And I agree with this to some extent. But the issue is now that, there's this rhetoric or this idea that women wear this or wear the other to get attention from men. Bro, mind your business. Sometimes, depending on your figure, regardless of what you wear, the ass and the boobs will be there. It's almost unavoidable. Someone might see you and you have your shorts and your sports bra on, and now all of a sudden you don't respect yourself or you want attention from men. just be aware. This conversation happens from time to time, and it does make you feel a little bit more self-conscious. You're like, oh, should I wear this, should I wear that? And my answer to you, babe, is for you to wear whatever you are comfortable wearing. I have a lot of opinions about this conversation, so I even have a whole video that I want to do, but I'm going to hold my tongue and keep my opinions to myself. Everyone online makes working out look so aesthetic, and everybody looks so jacked and nice and everything like that, but obviously that's how they need to look because they're posting it online. It takes so long, and while even at the gym, to get the perfect angle, or even when you're editing like a gym video or something, you're gonna pick the part of the video where you look the best, right? We know that people do this all the time. It's the same thing with even taking a gym pic, right? It's so hard, bro. There's so much posing that goes into it, and tucking, and you know, arching, and so much that goes into it. Okay, any regular person is not going to the gym, you know, decked out top tents, and maybe you are, but there's actually quite a few people who don't. So the next thing is that you are probably gonna look stupid.
You know, when you watch, you do your homework and you figure out what exercise you're supposed to do, but then you get to the gym and you don't really know what it looks like anymore.
But sometimes you might drop a weight, or you might trip a little while you're on the treadmill. It's all perfectly normal. Even people that have been going to the gym for years are still tripping over something. It's okay, bro. Someone might see it. I'm not gonna say no one's gonna see it. Someone might see it, but at the end of the day, who's gonna remember? Outside of the 1 or 2 people that you might know that go to the same gym as you, no one else knows you, so everyone is gonna forget that you tripped that day, or that, you know, I don't know, you fell that day. Just move on. Just stand up and move on. Continue doing your workout. It's okay. It happens. This one is not too much of a secret, but progress photos and videos are way better than using the scale to track your progress. I think the scale can really lie sometimes. If you're lifting weights, a lot of the times you are putting on muscle as well as burning fat almost at the same time. So the number on the scale might not be that much of a drastic change, but your body will look different. So definitely go for the photos or videos over the scale, because sometimes it can even be discouraging to then step on the scale and not see like a difference, or not see a big difference. That kind of gives me a perfect segue into the next one, which is your body is going to change, and so you will sometimes need to buy new clothes. If your goal is to put on more muscle, or even to lose weight, you know, I know we all are trying to build dump trucks out here. You're probably going to need new jeans, and it's so annoying to buy jeans. They're, first of all, expensive. Second of all, hard to find. Like, it's not the type of thing that I'm comfortable just always buying online, because sizing is just so up and down depending on the brand that you shop from. But it's something that you need to go and do in person to make sure that it fits you, and so it's just a whole process. If you're lifting weights consistently, and like heavy weights, I would say you might also get some calluses. At some point I did have some, but now like not too much, but like that part of my hand is just a little bit more rough, and I don't really like gloves, so I don't think I would wear them, but I know that that's a solution to not getting any. I've started to use lifting straps, but I haven't really figured them out. And the last thing in my list, and of course it has to be the last one, something related to motivation. Yeah. If you wake up in the morning and you try to negotiate with yourself about whether you're going to go to the gym or not, you're probably not going to go, because the easiest thing to do is to not go. So don't give yourself the choice. Make it like brushing your teeth. Every day, do you wake up and ask yourself if you're going to brush your teeth? No, you don't, because you need to brush your teeth. So you stand up and you go brush your teeth. It's usually the first thing that you do, right? Make it like that. Make it like brushing your teeth. You don't negotiate about it, you just get it done. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, you're also going to enjoy this one right here. I talk about things fitness influencers can't convince me of, and I still stand by that list, so I think it's a good video for you to watch next. But anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.